It's getting quite late. I've spent all night doing pre-season. We've got a few good players. So welcome to this episode of the European Journeyman. Let me tell you, transfers have gone wild. We've spent a lot more money than we brought in, but we are spending about 60,000 a week less on wages than we were last year. So I think our team is stronger, our players are better, and our wages are a mile cheaper. And we have money left to buy Alex the Wonder Kid in December when he turns 18 and wants to leave the country of Slovakia. So first off, we are going to head over to transfers. And one thing I want to actually look at first off is staff, because I actually made quite a few staff changes last year and completely forgot to actually discuss them. So, staff who have been signed for the first team. First off, I brought in Graham Jones as our assistant manager. So our main assistant manager now, and without shadow of a doubt, good enough, strong enough for this league, smart enough for this league. I think it was a good bit of business for me to bring in a coach who I can speak to, who I understand, and yeah, I think it's a good bit of business bringing him in as our assistant. Ben Rosson, a English coach, joins us, who's very good fitness-wise. I really wanted to make sure our fitness side of the team was top level. Bit of experience with Wally Downs coming in, join us, another English coach, but again, bringing in why do I keep saying players? Bringing in coaches who we can all communicate with, and we can get the message across to the players. They understand pointing, surely, right? Maybe. We brought in a Swiss goalkeeper coach because, well, Switzerland's closer than England to Austria, right? So surely he'll settle quickly. And that was it for the staff. So let's head over to what you actually want to see. The players who we've signed. So with a lot of players leaving us on a free transfer over the summer window due to their contracts expiring, we didn't end up selling many because we didn't have many left to sell. So Handler went on a free sell to Vigo, but Plavetic was one player who we did sell, 1.8 million, rising to 2.3. 31 years old, his contract was running out at the end of the season as well. So with 1 year left on his contract, I think that was a decent bit of business. But now for the ins. So first off, from Klagenfurt, we brought in Borkovic, who did come through the Austria Vienna Academy. So a homegrown academy player coming back to the club age 29 to play in central defence. The next one is Ben Osman, who is a young English goalkeeper signed from Chelsea on a free transfer. He's 6'1", he's decent. Honestly, I think could develop into a very good goalkeeper. I think it was just a smart move to bring him in as our backup for this season. So the next player clump coming in is Vlahovic, who joins us from Atalanta on a free transfer. He is a 6-foot striker who can play in attack midfield. And that was the challenge I had, to find somebody who could drop deep if we can bring Alex in the summer, who also is not going to complain too much if he does actually get dropped. And I do think this guy settles well. 2,500 a week as well, which is, I think it's 11,000 a week less than our previous striker was getting paid. And we've played one game in the cup and he did score. The next player is Jonas Torsvik. Now, we had him on loan last season for the second half of the season with a 650,000 agreed optional fee. Now, I ended up just letting the loan run out, and when he went back to Brann, I could pick him up for 180,000. So we brought him back in. He's a decent left back, and for 180,000, I think it was money well spent. The next player coming in is Samuel Liesholm. Now, he joins us on a free transfer. He was released by Håken in Sweden, and 30 years old, never capped by Sweden, but is a very solid centre midfielder. And as an all-round midfielder, I have to say, I think on a free transfer, 1 year deal as well, so he's not going to drag out earning a wage. I think it's a good bit of business. Coming in for the biggest expense of the summer for 5.25 million, which is over the next 3 years. I think we pay about $500,000 up front, is our new right wing back, Elia Dijkstra. Tell you what, let's just set nickname Elijah. Elijah is our new right back. I think he's talented, alright. I think he's a very good right back, and at age 21, he's only going to get better. The next one coming in on a free transfer after being released by Hajduk Split in Croatia is Noah Skoko. I think he's a decent player and definitely as a third or fourth choice attacking midfielder, he'll definitely fill a gap. Coming in for 1.3 million is Lorenzo Ingussiao. Again, let's nickname him just Lorenzo, shall we? Because that's all I can say. So Lorenzo comes in. I think he's a very good player. 1.3 million, 18 years old, professional personality. I think there's a lot of hope that this guy could turn into a very, very good player. And then the final one on this list is Hyoto Hermansen. Comes in central defence, 33 years old. He was brought in to replace Plavetic, who we were selling. Comes in as a regular starter. He's good enough for that. But on a one-year deal, I'm probably going to upset him a little bit and play more off the bench, if not in cup games when needed, etc. The final person, or couple of people, look, I know it's the final person, is the former Northampton, Aston Villa, Dortmund, Middlesbrough and Chelsea attacking midfielder Kani Chukwuemeka. I used to be able to pronounce that. When he first signed for Chelsea from Villa, I could pronounce his name. He's not going to just be called Chuck. And I think he is an insanely talented attacking midfielder. He's also Austrian nationality, Austrian, Nigerian and English. And without a shadow of a doubt, good enough for this level. Without a shadow of a doubt, one of our best players. And without a shadow of a doubt, as long as he doesn't get injured all season, he is going to be a stellar signing for us this season. And on a free transfer, you can't go wrong. So we end up spending 6.75 million, recouping 1.8 million. So yes, we spend more, but we really did improve this team, I have to say. Financially, we have 18 million in the bank now. 7 million came in from sponsorship and then a couple of million on season tickets so far, as well as players sold. We have 5.2 million left and we spend 96,000 a week. We have a wage budget of 160. So we do have wages available, but there's not really many players I want to improve. I would like to bring in another centre mid, as Chuck actually comes back from injury for the opening day of the season. I would like to bring in a centre mid, but I'm not going to just throw the cash around for anybody. My thought was Lorenzo would be a off the bench player this year and someone would play alongside Selic, but I'm not desperate because I do think Lorenzo is good enough to play there now. So our team as a whole, I think, is definitely better than last year. Our team as a whole, I think, is up there as one of the best teams in the division this year, and I do think we can push for the title this season. Am I dreaming? And just to make it fun, today's episode, we are starting the season away from home to Rapid Wien. The derby, the Vienna derby. And that's the first game of the season. Oof, it's going to be tight. Competition-wise, then, we are drawn in the third qualifying round, but not this one. I think it's on whatever this other. Let me have a look. We're not on the champions. We're on the league path, third league path, against Genk or Partizan. That is going to be tough. But at the same time, we avoided Benfica, for example, Besiktas, Dortmund, definitely. So I think we can maybe get through that round. And we definitely have to have a good season in Europe because the league has dropped down to 16th place. Let me find them. Austria's 18th place, from 12th. And that was it. We dropped 6 places. So now we will only have one team in Champions League instead of 2. We will only have one team in the Europa League, and that goes into the... It doesn't say what exactly they go into. Not sure exactly where they appear then. And then we have 2 teams in the Conference League. So it's a big drop without a shadow of a doubt. That shows how bad they've been doing points-wise. You can see here we're losing a 4.9, 3.1, 9.9. Where are we then? Going in next season, we've got 32 points at the minute. So we would overtake 2 teams. No one below us is catching us. So we are going to go up at the minute to 16th. And let me just have a look. So, no, we on 31. Is Denmark on 32? We need to get points. But as you can see, all the way up to 14th, which is Norway, is within a point. Also, 11th place, Scotland are going to drop. No, is it Scotland? No, it's Czech Republic are going to drop down 33.4 at the minute. Actually, also Belgium are going to drop to 32. And the Netherlands... Oh, Belgium. It's so hard to see. It's such a bad design screen in terms of... Look at how far away the names are from the information. Give me a chance. Okay, let's put it like this. Quite a lot of teams are dropping quite a lot of points. Okay? Quite a lot of points. So we are currently going to be going up because there's a couple of teams below us straight away. But we need to, we need to have a good season. We need to have a good season in Europe. Another exciting bit of news to mention is that Svek finished 45th in the top 50 Wonder Kids. So let's give him a mention. Been with us at Trenton, now with us Australian. Fair play to him. Top 50 Wonder Kids in the world. You can tell it's been a long day. Mumbling the words. Okay, so let's get into this live com. So we're going with Custer in goal, who was our backup for the second half of last season. But I think just because Osman, the new sign, is so young, I think I'll start with Custer. Maybe next year Osman becomes our number one. Then we go with Rolder, Svek, and Borkovic. Elijah, Torsvik, Lorenzo, Selik, Stan, Skoko, and Vlahovic up top. Hermansson as the backup centre-back, Holm as a backup centre-mid. Horvath's return from injury will come on instead of Skoko at some point. Chuck, I think, technically should be starting, but he's on the return from injury as well. Shablas is, without shadow of doubt, the backup left-back and right-back this season. And Albuston was promoted from our youth team with the intention that he's going to be a backup until hopefully Alex joins us halfway through the season. Okay. So we have a couple of players on the bench come back from injury who should be able to influence the game. We just need to start well. I would have preferred not to be coming up against our rivals on the opening day of the season. But maybe we can put a marker down. Maybe we start with a bit of a stress. That's the issue. I don't know which way this is going to go. I think our team is, without shadow of a doubt, stronger. Are they ready for this kind of fixture? I don't think so. Right, Selik. Ball across. We go all the way back to the centre-back now. Back out to Selik. Good first touch. Play the ball. No, he shoots. Oh, we go 1-0 up. Nemanja Selik makes it 1-0 away from home in Rapid Wien Stadium. Austria Wien go 1-0 up. Come on. What a start that is. What a start that is. Whereas Salzburg, did they draw their opening game? It looks like they did because the games are finished. So it looks like Salzburg actually only drew their first game of the season. It looks like it would have been against Altash as well. There wasn't a single highlight after that first goal, and let me tell you, I'm more than happy with that. We're going to go out with the exact same team for the start of the second half, and I think we'll give the likes of Chuck the last half an hour because return from injury, same with Hodvad. I don't want to push them too much. And we've got a couple of the players like Holm can maybe come on that experience in centre mid as well instead of Lorenzo. So we're definitely in a better position. Second half of the season last year, there was a lot of times I just didn't have the bench to make changes. This year we do. Right, Janssen for Rapid Wien. Is he offside? He went very early. I think he might be. I'm not sure. Come on, blow that whistle, ref, and please VAR. Call him off. He is offside. I thought he went early. Right, let's look at the changes we can make then. I think we'll go Skoko for Chuck. Hodvat as well. What footed is Chuck? He can play both. Horvat is mainly left, so switch them two around. I think Holm for Lorenzo will be the other change right now. And we do have a good centre-back now we can put on if needed. But at the same time, I would like to go the whole season, never changing my 3 centre-backs. That would give us a lot of stability, but I guess you can't be hoping for that kind of thing normally. Right, Horvat. Good ball in. Good ball in. Oh. Vlahovic, who scored a header in the opening game. I need to show you that. We played a cup game. It was against a low league team. We won. Nothing really to show you, but we'll show it anyway. I mean, it's one of them games where it's almost a nothing game because you're playing against somebody who's nobody. I can see we've got an issue. Elijah is recovering from a knock. I'm not taking a chance. We do have players on the bench, so let's take him off for the last 15. I think 10 minutes ago we are just gonna just ask the team to focus, and we're just gonna be a bit more disciplined and waste a little bit of time just to see the game out. But we are away from home against our biggest rival on the opening day of the season, with Yarmaluk playing for them, who obviously was with us last year. Come on. Ball across. Oh, they headed over. Yes, we'll take that all day. We will take that all day. Come on. Where is Yarmaluk playing for them? He's playing on the left wing. He played central midfield for us last year. They were playing him on the left wing. What a strange choice, and we've got the win. We have picked up the win on the opening day of the season. It was a great goal, great strike. One thing I am very curious about, salary per annum compared to everybody else. Where are we sitting? So we are now spending 4.8, dropping a 7th. Yeah, we've massively cut. We have massively cut our wages. So I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon that we're managing to cut back, because we are still paying the debt. We still have until 2031, 2036 we have this debt. There's remaining 30 million of it. So we're not in a position to mess around. We're really not. So I'm delighted that we've cut the finances so much. We've started the season in a good run. They did reject my coaching course. Not too impressed by that, I'm just saying. But hopefully at some point this year they do accept and allow me to take that coaching course. Because it would be nice just to improve my attributes a little bit, and just improve my quality a little bit. As our win percentage goes up to 61%, by the way. But look at this, okay? How many? What season are we in? One. Oh, Sport and Svoger's back in this episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in our 6th season now, okay? I have 1 gold, which was a cup, 4 silver medals, and 1 bronze. We're in our 6th season. And we already have 6 trophies as a manager in terms of finishing in the top 3 and winning a cup. I think we look good. We look good as a manager. We are performing very, very well and being very successful, I would say. I'm impressed. But that is it for the episode. Hopefully you are still enjoying the series. This is the first season of the change of format, so the next episode will be the December end of the first half of the season recap. Hopefully you enjoy that. It'll be a little bit longer, looking into how players have done so far this season, etc, etc, etc. Recapping Europe, recapping the league, recapping cups. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I think we're putting together a decent squad here. I really do.